Here, we got this. What do you guys want to know? So I changed the name today from Health Freedom to Do You Want My Book Free? Because, all right, this is not, oh well. So we get YouTube and Instagram today. So, oh, we got it. All right. Oh, no. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I got them all up. So I want you guys to let me know if this is laggy, but I changed this from Health Freedom to Do You Want My New Book Free? Because before I forget, go to shiftbooklaunch.com and you can sign up for the book launch. What does it mean to sign? It means that you get a free copy of my book, number one, free copy of the ebook. And number two, I shamelessly ask you for a review if you liked it. If you didn't like it, email me separately. Please don't, please don't bash me in the reviews. Thank you. Shameless plug for sure. What is my book about? I definitely shouldn't have changed the name on TikTok. Nobody's here. What is the book about? My new book is about getting your health in check. And because when you get your health in check, your time and income freedom becomes possible. So it's a bit beyond. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Mo, and I founded a medical practice called Active Medical Solutions, which is now AMS Lifestyle Medicine. Why did I change it? Because I did. Because that's what we do. We're a lifestyle medicine practice. So things that we take care of are weight management, men's performance and TRT, hormone management and functional medicine, convenient labs at home, and urgent care. Hi, Linda. You're the only one here. I don't know what's going on TikTok, but nobody's getting my stuff except for the fact that I changed the name of the live. So thank you for coming. I won't change it again. I should do TRT and GLP-1 because that'll get me all the views, right? I wonder if I can change it mid-live. Not sure if I can. No notifications. I don't know what to do. I got kicked off of Facebook, so I can't do live for another 3 weeks. So we're just on YouTube, Instagram. Yeah, I don't know how to have people enable notifications. I have no idea. So if you're here, thank you. If you're not, thanks. Thanks for watching later because this will be uploaded. It'll be on YouTube. So I'm going to try to keep them a little shorter and do more of them. Because if I do 30-minute lives, now granted, the viewership also picks up. And why do I look green on Restream? So if I look shitty on Instagram, let me look and see. Yep, I look great. I'm not nauseated. I actually have pink in my face. All right. Oh, see, there we go, Karima. I got people on Instagram. I'm in the chat. I want to see if this shows up it's supposed to show up in Restream. Only YouTube shows up in Restream. I don't know. So I got Instagram pulled up as well. So let me go to shiftbooklaunch.com. Thanks, Orphe. So it's to sign up. Thank you, Orphe. Yeah, you've seen me from the beginning. So, 15 days of workouts. Awesome job, Linda. You get a gold star. You get a gold star. That's amazing. So if you want to get, hey there over on YouTube. So if you want to get the book free, you get, hold on. I just want to, I don't have my reading glasses on because it glares off the lights and I don't like the way it looks. So total vanity. If you want to get the book for free, go to shiftbooklaunch.com. Free copy. All right, there we go. All the chats. There it is. So what questions do you guys have? What do you guys want to know? Labs are fully rolled out. We've got 4 different lab panels that you can get from us. I choose, none of them are subscription. It does say monthly on the website, so I should probably change that. It's not truly subscription based. Like and share the live. If there's anybody that you think, oh, hey, they want to hear this, they have a question, they're on GLP-1s, they don't know how to get them. We had another person ask one of my friends yesterday, do you think she'll prescribe it? I'm really not that heavy. I'm like, 50% of drugs are prescribed off label for use. And so yes, we are still prescribing tirzepatide so we can always do brand name. That's easy because we're a medical practice. We're not a pill mill. Okay. So we can always do like Lilly Direct, or if you want to get it from your local pharmacy, especially if your insurance covers, or you can pay $6.50 with a savings card. But if you are on an off dose, like 7.5 is not good for me. I'm a 6 kind of gal. If I need to go up for a week, it's like 8.5 right now. I'm at 8. Like it's like it falls at a weird spot. So the only caveat, special permission, because it's just state law shit. But we're nationwide. We only do TRT in Texas and Florida. It's a controlled substance, so we only do it in those states. So we no longer have membership based. So you don't pay every month. You pay how often, whenever you need us, like a regular doctor's appointment. So most of the telehealth practices that we are doctor's appointment. So most of the telehealth practices that we are like do subscription. We decided to change from that. So if you're going to start out on tirzepatide on 2 milligrams. So if I were to like 1.5 or 2, if I were to start again on 2 milligrams. So if I were to like 1.5 or 2, if I were to start again, the way I was 3 years ago, I would start lower because I did not need 2.5 where I started. Let me move this over just a little bit. There we go. Which gloss is this? It's $300 to start on TERS. And that is including the medical care. Meds get shipped to your house. Now, if you do just the meds, just the medical care. So if you're like, no, I want the community, I want the education, I want to be an AMS patient, I want to live the AMS lifestyle, which is not just DRUGS, so I don't get flagged on every platform, which is not just prescriptions. We do a lot of other things. It's $119, and then we send the prescription. If you want brand name, that's how we do that. We don't just do compound. We do all kinds of stuff. We do urgent care. So if you have a UTI, whatever, you pop in, you talk to us. You're like, hey, I know it's not pyelo. I know I don't have a fever. We'll ask you all those questions. We have a bunch of safety questions that go along with every complaint. But you're like, I am not sitting in a fucking waiting room for 8 hours because it hurts me to pee. Not happening. Shoot us a text. Go to amslifestylemedicine.com. And right there, it's got a glare. Damn it, it's got a glare. Anyway, amslifestylemedicine.com. Links in my bio. Anywhere you are, link is in the bio. So this is Thrive Cosmetics. All right, here you go. Because Lord knows I can't see the name. I have one in here that's pinker, but I don't like it as much. Jesus. It looks like Marlene, I think. I did buy a lip liner that was Maureen, which I thought was pretty cool. I bought it just because I don't use lip liner. Do you see this? Anyway, but it was Maureen, so I thought I'd buy it. Yeah, it looks like Marlene. I have this one too, but I don't like it as much. It makes me look just, I don't know. Oh my God, I think it begins with an R. What the hell? Who is supposed to read that? Bambi? Seriously? Maybe that's why I don't like it. It's called Bambi. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for amslifestylemedicine.com. Yes. So Orphe. So there's no subscription anymore. If you've ever, here, I'll show you what Bambi looks like. Totally. If you've ever been an AMS patient, you are always an AMS patient. So if you've ever paid me any money, right, because it all goes to me, wouldn't that be nifty? All right, we'll show you what Bambi looks like. Bambi gets a little wild. It's actually not terrible. All right, either one's fine. So I still like the first one. We do lots of peptides. Actually, we're adding them as they get approved and taken off that government list of shit. I can't remember what it's called. Yes, we are doing more and more. I'll tell you what I'm on in a second. But let me tell Orphe about all the benefits, because if you've ever paid me any money, you can be in the group chat. We have a private group chat on GroupMe that I'm in. I'd like to say every day, but I'll say at least every other day. So if you have like the non-medical questions, you have treatment questions, we want those to go to the team, because then that gets in. Baby's not bad. I know, right? Yeah, it's a little, I don't know. It's not bad, I guess. All right. I guess I'm leaving these on, guys. Sorry about the glare. I can see better. I can read the comments better without struggling, for sure. So we have an AMS group chat. If you've ever been a patient, you pop in, we get you in the group chat. You can just DM on us on any platform. Hey, I want the group chat link, right? Hi, Kathy. Or you can go to AMS public group on Facebook. That'll get you to that's our group. We don't have a community anymore. It's the group chat. It's real time, much better. But if you have questions on pricing or whatever, we're actually going to have a link that pops out now when you text us that gives you the pricing. So that's going to be easier. Currently, I am on tirzepatide. You guys know this. But I'm also on Semarelin, getting off of my valerian root because I was taking a supplement that I loved by Onnit for literally 9 years, but I'm getting off. I don't want to continue to take the valerian root. So I'm doing the Semarelin because it helps with muscle retention. And I do NAD as well 3 times a week. So NAD is not a peptide, but it's usually in that category because it's in like the stacky thing. So, what would you come on, Zippy, come say hi to everybody. Come on. I know. He literally just said hi. You probably can't hear him, but well, he didn't say hi. He said something. He's a cat. That's Zippy. You guys on TikTok can see Zippy. That's Zippy's butt. This is where Benny sits. Right behind me. That's Benny's butt. Hold on. There's his face. He's usually lays the other way. All right. So there we go. Because I have to do that on my phone because I don't know the stream key. I'm not good enough. Whatever. Okay. So, there you go. Now you're showing. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Show them your butt. Okay. Okay. So what else do you guys want to know? So cute chatterbox. That would be me. Less than cute though. Definitely talk a lot. I need the Zoom. Why are we not? Now we're not even focused on my whatever. I don't know why it's not focused on my face on Instagram. It is what it is. You guys get it. Oh, the cat was typing in the backspace. There we go. All right. What other questions? Pick up my dogs. Oh, I bet. Yeah. We now boarding is now at grandma's house because my dog does not like the boarding a whole hell of a lot. All right. So what do you guys have for health questions? And remember, this is not medical advice. This is me shooting the shit on the internet. Okay. So I'm trying to get all my chat windows up in the same spot. So yeah, let me know. What do you guys want? What do you guys have for questions? What do you want to know? My mom, hi mom, just started following me. Seriously? Like you did not follow me before on Instagram? What the hell? Mom. If I happen to, that's awesome, Kathy. Only up 2.2 after a week on the road. And you know that's just salt and water. You'll pee that out. So just so you know, I'm going down to 500 people or less that I'm following. If I unfollow you, please do not be offended. It doesn't mean I don't love you. Go to the group me chat. I chat there and on the Facebook AMS public group on Facebook, because assuming I don't get kicked off Facebook, we're flirting with that. Reason being is I'm not getting out to the people that I need to get out to help on Instagram. So I'm unfollowing lots of people that I follow all kinds of people. So if you're Disney related, triathlon related, GLP-1 related, health and fitness related, those are like going to be my only follows in a literally 20 or less business people. So for funsies, you weighed last night, right? That's always fun, right? I've done that too. I've hopped on the scale at the end of and like during the night or before bed. And I'm like, why did I do that? Ugh. No one needs to see that number. Nobody needs to see that number. So anyhow, let's see. Oh, Running Man. Running Man is back. What do you got for questions today? Oh, Running Man, guess what? My VO2 max is up like 0.5. I'm so excited. It sounds kind of dumb, but it tanked the last year. And I'll tell you guys this funny story. My husband says to me today, "Oh my God, Zippy, stop. Oh, no, don't press things. Don't press things. I don't know what he just pressed." Okay. I don't know what the hell just happened, but my cat's pushing that thing. So my husband asked me today. So I don't even know if he's watching. It'd be funny if he was. So what wetsuit are you wearing in the morning? And I was like, oh, that's right. I promised to open water swim in the morning. So there's that. I'm like, I hope the long sleeve tier because it's the only one I have. It's a zoot, actually, I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have one wetsuit. I'm like, I hope it fits. He's like, well, it should because you're the smallest you've been. Like, ever, minus the boobs. So those are installed. So yeah, so going swimming tomorrow. Going swimming. Isn't that crazy though, Kathy, that you lost 4 pounds of fluid overnight, right? Get out of my coffee. Not you guys. You guys are. So, all right, my phone says unstable connection. Is it shitty on TikTok? Are we shitty on TikTok? I actually have I have a power adapter on a home Wi-Fi power adapter for now until I can fix my Ethernet. Okay, great. Perfect. Yeah, I have a Wi-Fi adapter. This is what somebody wants some pets. Until I can actually get my Ethernet hardwired. And I bought a new computer. You guys aren't on my computer on TikTok, but you guys are on my computer on Instagram and YouTube. So you guys are on the Ethernet, which is about 5 times as fast at typing things. That would be actually quite funny, right? Would it? Oh my God, that'd be really funny. So anyway, my VO2 max is up. Kathy's weight is down. My husband is, I don't know where. Oh yeah, he's got a massage. I have to. My husband is, I don't know where. Oh yeah, he's got a massage. I have to not forget I have a massage this afternoon. I think I have an alarm set. I hope. Cat hair. Cat hair in the Bambi. I think I have an alarm set. I hope. Cat hair. Cat hair in the Bambi. If you guys missed this, it's still there. Thrive overnight. I can't do math. It's all right. I mean, I can do math. I just don't pay attention. I don't stop long enough to do math. Oh yeah, you want to hear some fun terzepatide math? Here, I'm not sponsored, but Thrive Cosmetics. Ready? There we go. Let's see if it'll focus. Nope. The night that I did the laundry, I lied on. Bad. It was bad. If you happen to see my Instagram story yesterday, and I'm not posting them on TikTok, follow me on Instagram. And that's where I'm going to be sitting. I'm going to be sitting in those of them all the time. I'm like, okay. I'm going to go up and so let's go. Please stop. Milligrams of Lysone's work is about 8 before you actually. I was like, I think it's like 35 units. I think, right? And then I injected, did the math, and I was like, oh yeah, 42. Ranger Rob. Yes, I have a new book coming out. Go to shiftbooklaunch.com and you get a free copy of the ebook. So yes. Yes. Oh, absolutely. Follow me. I want all the follows. I'm just trying to get because so here's what happens. I'll tell you my Instagram. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. No, and I'll still message back and forth. I'll still message back and forth. So the reason why I follow, because when I'm posting something on Instagram, I get I like the high protein recipes and stuff, but I had all this other stuff in there. I was listening to doctors have a tough time, for example, or other high achieving professionals have a tough time. And I was like, that's all my content. So my content is getting back out to those people, but not other people. Because again, when you follow that many people, I'm not getting in the right spaces. I'm going to get on with Spence. Yes, we definitely need to catch up. So, but I need to get out there and Spencer Nadolski's people, Dr. Jenna, the people, right? Dave Man on the Majaro, Man on the Pen. What is Dave these days? I can't remember. Kim from Plus Sides Podcast. Those are the people that I need to have them dialed freaking in. So I keep seeing their content, commenting on their stuff. That's how you guys will see me. Jamie, right? Breaking Free from 715. So yes, stability and consistency. I need to just narrow this shit down. Now, granted, I am still going to follow. I mean, obviously I follow Dan Martell, right? Because he's the primary coach. That's why his book's behind me. It reminds me, reminds me what to do with my time. So I'll still follow him. I will still follow Alex Hormozy, Layla Hormozy. I have a council of 5 that my chat GPT uses to like advise me. So that kind of shit, Oh, I got all kinds of my people here today. And then, like I'm going to do 20 or less of those people, and the rest is going to be all fitness and nutrition, partly because I need like Summer the dietitian, right? I need what they put out. I need those updates. So yes. So, yeah, I need the updates. I need to know what's going on out there. Like when people like, um, and sometimes I see it on TikTok, but I see it on TikTok because my TikTok feed is like dialed in. So that's what I get. Instagram, not so much. And I think it just dawned on me, I need like the For You page. I'm like, shit, I should have done this. Anyway, whatever. That's why if I unfollow you, please do not be offended. Message me anyway and say hi. I'll message you back. So yes, how's everybody doing on their Zepbound? How's everybody doing on tirzepatide? How's everybody doing with the loose skin? Actually, I have to say that Semarelin is helping that because come to find out, it wasn't just loose skin. It was the fat that was still there. I didn't realize that. Sounds silly, right? What does it mean when the scale goes up and down in pounds and you don't lose much? Like, like going just you're not moving anywhere. It means you are eating enough and your activity is matching enough. You're just not low enough. I hate to say it. Courtney used to call it the mathematical hard truth. Because that's what I told her. Because she's like, I'm not losing anything. This is in the beginning. And I was like, and she's like, and I refuse to track. I said, okay. I will tell you about semaglutide for sure. And not semaglutide, Semarelin. Don't stack tirzepatide and semaglutide ever. So I just told her, cut out half your dinner. And she did. And she started losing, So he started 12 and a half, 3 weeks ago on Zepbound, Team Zepbound. I am Team tirzepatide all the way. It starts with a T, so I like the alliteration a little bit better. So I'll say tirzepatide because I started out on Mounjaro, right? That's my first love. So really it's like any other, I don't care if you're not on a GLP-1. Say you're like, I can't take a GLP-1 because of X, Y, and Z. I'm on NAD, I'm on Semarelin, and I'm just stable. Well, here's what's happening. You're not dialing it in. And you don't know how, when you track, it's not going to be super precise, but it gives you a baseline so you know where you are. Sorry, my speaker was probably just off on TikTok. My alarm went off because I have a meeting in 15 minutes. So yeah, and Kathy, you were there for a long, long time until you popped up to 15. So let's go over the pillars because we want to make sure, and this isn't about dieting, right? This is creating lifestyle habits that help us get better. That's not going to work up there. The glare, it's not going to work. Hold on. You guys get to see my butt while I'm talking for a little bit. Because this is why I put it up here, not permanent. It's a sticker, but it's not permanent because it aggravates me. Like I had to trial it out. I had to make sure that it was going to be in the right spot because it's shiny. Well, live and learn. Get a matte sticker next time. So we're going to see what this one looks like. Still with a glare. Oh, whatever. Freaking over it. Like how many things? Maybe I should just get a sign printed or something, but whatever. Go to the link in my bio. If you want to be a patient, go to the link in my bio. It's amslifestylemedicine.com. So, okay, so let's go over, but the pillars, this isn't about dieting. Yes, you do need to bring your activity level down, increase your metabolic rate. There are lots of ways to do it. All of them suck. So we have 5 pillars for health. It's PRESS. It's protein forward nutrition, resistance exercise, electrolytes with your hydration, sleep, and stress mitigation. So they all suck, right? I mean, let's be serious. Like this morning, well, because it's tirzepatide Tuesday and I went a little high on the dose. I am sipping the protein shakes today and that's about it. That's fine. But you've only lost 26 pounds in 8 months. Track protein and calories. Okay. So, and that's just it. So 100 grams of protein. Perfect. And Kathy's itty bitty. So Kathy's no 6'1" gal. When I first started, there were days like today, my calories will be very low today. Now I overate and I'm talking overate by a lot last week. Okay. That is better. That is a little bit better. I'll put it over there. It doesn't matter on the YouTube one. It is what it is. I'm gonna guess it's kind of behind me, so I don't know, whatever. Um, so and your goal weight might actually be lower than that or higher, but because I don't it's not about like mm, you'll know it when you see it, right? It's like the perfect black dress. You know it when you see it. So I know how I feel in my clothes. I know what it feels like. Last week, not good. I mean, this week I'm still kind of there, right? This is only Tuesday. When I say I overeat ate last week, I did not track, but it was straight up shitty. It was bad. It was bad. So I knew I had to kind of release a lot of that from last week. But I'm really tired of the up and down as well because I'll do well for a while and then I'll go down. And I don't like that anymore. I'm going more into an identity from an identity standpoint. Like these are things that I eat. These are things I don't. I can eat sweets out with the family because it's a couple bites. It's not a big deal. I cannot, there are things I can't have at home. They call to me and I've just got to, what did Dan say this week? It's easier to avoid the dragon than slay it because when it's there, and I can't even tell you, it wasn't like there was something stressful. It was just because those grooves are so deep in my brain. And I haven't done my monthly labs yet. If I were to, I'm not measuring them right now. I need a week like to get my stuff under control. So sometimes happens to me when I work out. I get so exhausted, no idea where it comes from. I think it depends. There's a sweet spot because there's a sweet spot with the amount of activity and the amount of food intake. So if you're working out, if you're like it's you got to dial that in. It's got to be enough calories, and that's why they say, "Oh, you're going into starve mode." It's not starve mode. You're not. It doesn't work that way. Now it'll make you obsess like hell about food if you're super low, but when you get to like it's you got to have enough energy so the workouts energize you, but not so much that it overrides and you're just pigging out all the time. So yeah, even at that 1300, I mean, there were days where in the beginning where I was at like 800 because I just was like, today's going to be really low. Today will be probably around 1,000. I'll probably make up for it in the next few days because it'll go up. I don't think 1,100 is too low. Here's the deal, and I'll explain why. In the beginning, when I had eaten extra food, right? This is not a moral argument. This is biology and biochemistry. When I had extra food on the butt and on the thighs and everywhere else, I'm an equal opportunity store that I needed to eat some food in my mouth and my body burned the rest. Finally, because that's what I've been striving for forever. So people were like, you're way too low. You can't be at 1,000 calories. And I was like, well, I'm at 1,000 from my food and 500 from my butt. Thanks. So that's we kind of forget. Yeah, I like definitely work on strength training for sure. Because strength training is what will increase that metabolic rate when follow well, Spencer Nadolski is always good. You guys know this. Strength training is key. Peter Attia, follow him. Strength training is absolutely key. Movement, cardiovascular health is important, right? You want to increase your VO2 max. The strength training, though, is what will not just put on muscle, which is the goal, because that doesn't happen overnight, but it helps your muscles work better so they demand more energy. So, walk daily, resistance bands, vibration plate. Yeah, Kathy, because Kathy's limited on her stuff that she can do. But yeah, food is my thing. Food is my primary. People say food is not my problem. Food is my solution. Which is 100% true for me. Food is a friend, food is a confidant, food is a companion. And it shouldn't just be, I don't believe, this is my opinion, that it should always just be fuel. But I'll tell you, when we go to Disney World, I almost always come home either the same weight, within 2 pounds. I'm okay with that. So working out every day. No, no, I don't think so. Like Karima was saying, she gets all like, gets all shitty after workouts. So that might, again, it's the quelling the food noise. So you're not pigging out after your workout, and never think, oh, I earned this food. Listen, guys, you don't need to earn food. It's not a moral judgment. Separate those things. You don't work out to be able to eat. You work out because we need to move our bodies. We need to keep our hearts in shape. I need to get my posture better. We need to keep our bodies strong so we can stand up out of a chair without hanging on. We need to be able to walk upstairs. Though, like, we're not working out to earn food. We're working out because it's fun to take a walk around the neighborhood. If you like group exercise classes, it's fun to do triathlon. It's fun to do those things. Like tomorrow morning, I'm going swimming in the lake. So I hate the word cheat days, Kathy. Oh, it is like, cheating on what? Like, no. All right, strength training with a bulging disc recommendation. So here is what, no, this is not medical advice. However, this is my forte. I've been doing this shit since I was 18 years old, studying this. I was an athletic trainer. I was a student athletic trainer from age 17. So this is my wheelhouse. You have a bulging disc. You need to have tremendous core strength. I'm assuming, well, I don't care where it is. So if it's in your lumbar, because it's usually L4, L5, right? It's usually down there. If that's where your disc is, you need to have the best friggin' core strength ever, because I want you to think about your body sliced in half right here. Figuratively, don't try this at home. But I want you to picture, what is it all through here? It's all muscle. The only bones holding that up are your spine, and in between those spinal bones, the vertebrae, are discs that look like jelly donuts. And over time, they get really crusty and miserable, like an old jelly donut, right? So, but you can't do a lot of. You're not gonna do deadlift don't deadlift with a bulging disc, right? However, you're like, so I mean, it's even things. So you're not going to deadlift, but you still need to hit your glutes, right? Listen to this. Watch. Okay. This is Workout with Dr. Mo. Here we go. So, sorry, buddy. The cat's on the chair. So we're going to move. And yes, the cat was sitting there with me on the chair. So think about this. So if you hit here, I do this for glutes quite often, or I'll do single leg, but even literally doing this, but bending over, I'm trying not to like bother the cat. Bending over as far over as you can. And I'm holding on, right? Because I want it to be stable. The bottom leg is stabilizing. The top leg, you're working your glute. And here, you can't see it, but I mean, because I'm not showing you my abdomen for real, guys. It looks like a Shar-Pei. Here, you are tight. You are controlled. You're not sucking it in. You are controlled, because the goal is to have controlled movements. And when your glutes lift up, you're like, oh, it's not any weight. It's the whole weight of your leg. So saying it's not any weight is BS. So those are the kind of exercises you need to isolate. So because you're not going to be able to do until you get stronger. Once you get stronger, you can absolutely do those. But you need to decompress. The goal is to decompress that disc. Now, if it's bad enough, you need surgery, right? It's just the way it is. That disc, sometimes it's never going to suck back in there because it's actually a vacuum. So sometimes it can, but if you bloop a part out and it's like totally extruded, it won't. And it'll just tickle that nerve and piss it off forever. So yeah, exactly. In the pool, same thing. You're pushing against that water resistance. Keeping the knees straight though, pushes those glutes back. The whole thing, my whole right side. And my whole right side is weaker than my left. So sometimes I have to work at it. My kid was asking me, well, how do you do that? Because one of his sides is weaker as well. It's humanity, right? We're not special snowflakes. And so I'll do the same weight for the first like 7. And then I'll do extra 3 or 4 reps on the right side, or whatever it is to exhaustion, depending on what I'm lifting. So, whatever limitations you have, yes, work around them. But even think about this, right? So say somebody's in a wheelchair. You're going to say, well, you can never work out. Well, there's athletes that are way fitter than freaking me. I used to swim with a guy in Masters. This is in my 20s. He had polio as a child. And he was from overseas and had polio as a child. And he would walk up with his canes, couldn't get on the blocks, obviously, with his measly little, legs. Both legs were affected. Would walk up with his canes, with his hand crutches, drop them, jump in and beat the pants off everybody in butterfly. And so, I mean, it was, again, so you work what you have, if you were wheelchair bound, you'd start with your arms. Of course, you'd start with your arms because your legs don't, now you do have pain in your legs and that kind of thing when they're paralyzed, but you have shoulder exercises, you have neck exercises, you have upper body, you have to keep your back stable because wherever that disc is, it's called a kinetic chain. If you're lucky enough to be able to walk, that kinetic chain starts at the ground. This is my athletic trainer days. This is the shit that I love. Marcella, how are you? So this is shit that I love because when your foot hits the ground, that's the start of that kinetic chain. So say, for example, and Camilla's here. This is like everyone cool is here. So from the ground, that's where that kinetic chain starts. So first of all, you need good shoes, right? And then you need to make sure your muscles are in balance. So it's your calves, your quads, your lumbar spine. They need to be in balance. And then the other side is like your anterior tibs, which is on the front of your lower leg, your hamstrings, and then your abs. So we need to work in the context of that kinetic chain. If all these words sound foreign to you, you can get with a fitness professional or get with a physical therapist and say, listen, I need you to tell me what I can do from home. I want to really start building strength. And the first little bit when you start building strength is neuromuscular improvement. You don't gain muscle right away, but you're like, why do I feel stronger? Your brain and your muscles actually start working better together. So I used to have such good core strength. It is piss poor right now. Why? Because I don't work on it every day. And I say that out loud and I'm like, guess who's going to start to work on it every day? Because I'm tired of having piss poor core strength. So, okay, that was a lot. But these are the things I love talking about. So, all right. Getting blood work done to find out if going through perimenopause. Yep. So if you do want blood work done, you can go to amslifestylemedicine.com, click on our labs. We send you a kit from home and it'll do your labs for you. Well, it doesn't do them for you. You have to poke your arm, but that's what I mean. You can send it in. Yes, Kathy, the first goal, stand up from seated without holding on. And even just, okay, think about this. If you can't do that, always put your hands here because when your fingers are there, it'll trigger your brain. Contract the abs first before you stand up, right? And look how slow that is because it has to be controlled. If you're just plopping down on that toilet seat, not going to be helpful, right? So you want control. You want your core to be really strong because that's what connects your lower body and your upper body. So yeah, definitely keep us posted because there is so much. I'm sure, Linda, I'm absolutely certain you're standing straighter. Metabolism being slow, how many calories do I think you should get in? What I would do is take 2 weeks. You're already tracking, so you kind of know where your maintenance is. Whatever you've been doing for the last 2 weeks, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, number one, make sure you graph it because I was so pissed off when I started getting close to my goal weight, like within 15 pounds, which actually wasn't my goal weight, but whatever. That was what I thought was. I was like, I'm not losing any weight. And then I looked at the graph and it was coming down very slowly. It was like a half a pound a week, if not less. So it was coming down. It was just very slow. So you know what your maintenance level is if your weight is the same over the last 2 weeks. You're like, oh, it's 1,100. It's staying the same. Well, shit. Drop it down, whatever. And if you eat the same things every day, cut down one of those meals by like 3/4, drop it down 150 and see what happens. So Jason's here. Now it's a party. So controlled restroom seating all this week. That's hilarious. But that's every time you go to the bathroom, my dad does counter squats. So whenever he gets up to pee and he laughs, he's like, and I'm 73, so I get up to pee. He'll do like 10 counter level squats, just standing and doing squats. Call them dad squats now. Because there's no excuse not to get activity. Except for I don't feel like it, which is, it's not an excuse, but it's an explanation. So it's strategies, it's systems. Yeah, if you've been staying close to 1,200, and we all know that what's on the labels might not be true. So kind of almost don't let that number scare you because we don't know. It could be 1,400. And not because you're screwing up, just because even dietitians will underestimate or overestimate by 30%. It could be 800. We like, that's your number, but don't take it as gospel because it may not be perfect. So don't get stressed out. So is it enough to eat? How do you feel? How do your energy levels feel? Are you sleeping well? Some of it's sequencing, some of it's timing. Are you eating too close to disrupt your sleep, too close to sleep? So yeah, but even like, I mean, the label. So say for example, I'm eating like a Kodiak cake muffin, for example, something packaged, um, and it says 230 calories. There, it has to be within a certain percentage for it to be on the label. So we can't take it as gospel. Um, but it's the only thing we have, so we have to go from there. It's like me using my body fat scale instead of a DEXA scan. I am going to get a DEXA scan eventually. I'll get around to it. Which brings me back to my Semarelin thing. So, but for right now, oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys, if you followed me back when I changed from my Garmin scale to my Withings scale, because I went out and bought a spiffy new scale because I'd used Withings back in the day, and I just like it. I lost 5% body fat overnight with the scale. It was great. So I was like, look at that. I don't need to lose any body fat. I just lost 5%. I mean, come on, it's bioelectric impedance, which means it's not perfect. But again, I realized that. I knew it. I know it's not at the percentage that it says on the scale. I'm probably 18 or 19% right now, probably somewhere around there. And I will get a DEXA scan. Yeah, I mean, I love my Withings scale. I mean, I like the Garmin scale too. It's on the other side of the hallway, on the other side of the room. We literally have 2 scales in the bathroom because my husband uses one and I'm too lazy to walk over there. No, I want the Withings scale. But Semarelin helps you increase your muscle mass. It helps you maintain your muscle mass. It de-ages some things. Now you also, it's a growth hormone booster. I don't know the word. I can't think of a good word. Jason's here. You give me a good word. He's smarter than I am. So you can't use it if you have a history of cancer. I prefer, but really it's in with the last 12 months. I just don't, I'm a weenie. I'm so conservative. So yeah. And a lot of people, myself included, say that Semarelin helps you with your sleep. So you take it 5 days a week. I take it 5 days a week, and then I'm off Friday and Saturday nights. I take it Sunday through Thursday. At night, I take 30 micrograms, I think. I have to look at the dose. I don't know, because now I know what I draw up every time. And then I take NAD 3 mornings a week because that helps me with my food noise as well. And guess what? I didn't take it as much last week because when you're hungover from sugar in the morning, you don't get up and you oversleep and you sleep through your alarm and you turn your NAD alarm off and then you forget to take it and you can't take it later in the day. So yeah, if you're always so tired, to me, most people will tell you to eat more. It's going to kind of defeat the purpose here. So strength training, number 1. Number 2, have something worth getting out of bed for, right? Like my book. When I was writing the book, because if I don't get my shit together, you got distracted at work. It is a shot. Semarelin is a shot at night. So, but yeah, if I don't get my shit together, nobody benefits from this book because it never gets out. So yeah. Anyway, so it helps you sleep, helps you. Semarelin is a shot. NAD is a shot. Some people like Kathy take NAD capsules and have great results. I had nothing. So yeah, it's a lot of poking. It's a lot of poking. Cost-ish. You like me? Because I'm like, shit. NAD, I think it's like 190 and okay, 190, but you might have 2 months supply, but the FDA says we can only do 5 pokes and it'll only give you 5 weeks. So that's what I'm supposed to tell you as my eye twitches. So anyway, so it's like $100 a month, roughly. Sometimes a little more than that. And I'm very low on the dose. Some people will tell you to dose NAD really high. I take like 15 milligrams. Oh, 100% folks with type 2 diabetes. So if you're type 2, folks with type 2 diabetes. So if you're type 2 diabetic and you're on, and it's a lot of shots for anybody. But if you're on tirzepatide or another GLP-1 like semaglutide, that's the best drug out there right now for a type 2 diabetic. It's cardioprotective. It gets rid of your fatty liver. It fixes your metabolism. It reverses a lot. And you're on, and it's a lot of shots for anybody. Meds. I am the opposite. I want to stay on them. The metabolic benefits are critically important to, well, my survival. So, I mean, I take 5 shots at night. I essentially take a shot every day, sometimes 2, because I take 5 shots a shot at night, 5 days a week, 3 days a week, ideally, sometimes 2 because I forget. 3 days a week in the morning, I take NAD. If I just did it every day, I wouldn't forget. And then once a week, I take tirzepatide. So Semarelin cost, shit, that I got to look up because that I have no idea. Hold on. Oh, it's going to make me log in. I had a new computer. Come on, no whammies. 1Password? Yeah, nice. It's already logged in. Oh, well, sort of logged in. Give me 1 second and I'll tell you guys before we go. I'll tell you, oh, hold on. Can I try another way? Why is it, I'm going to see if I can pop off of this really fast. I'll be right back and pop off of this really fast. I'll be right back on TikTok. Hopefully this will let me do this. All right, let's see if it did it. I think I'm back. Okay. I just popped off for 1 second. All right, pharmacy pricing. Like I said, I got a new computer so I could kind of actually go pro here and I was using an 11-year-old Mac. You guys are like, it's choppy. I can't imagine why. It was shitty Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi in here is terrible. I fixed it, at least a little bit better. All right, Semarelin. It's $250 for 9 milligrams. I got to tell you how much I take because I take a very little amount. I take 0.3 milligrams a day for 5 days. I think 300. I got to do the math. I'm not getting a facelift. It is what it is. We're not doing it. So yeah, you're texting. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Semarelin is like, if you were to see my eye, you can't see them. Thank goodness. I mean, maybe you can, but hopefully you can't. Oof, it's a jungle out there. For sure. I have to shave my legs like every other day. I'm like, what the frig? Yeah, wrinkles are battle scars, man. Yep, those are my stretch marks. So my stretch marks aren't from my kid. I didn't get any there. I got them the first time I gained weight really fast, which I was a sophomore in college. Somewhere between freshman and sophomore year, I gained 30 pounds, 35 pounds in 6 weeks. So I have a lot of stretch marks from that. This is not a new game for me. Not a new game. Okay. Last minute questions. Let me check and make sure. Oh, I'm also going to eventually start low dose naltrexone, but I got to get on my estrogen patches first. I got to make sure those are okay with my heart disease. So haven't shaved in years. Ugh. Damn, Linda. Damn you, Linda. It's a jungle out there for sure. And I don't know why I'll have to fix my, I don't know. I don't know how to fix my settings. Can I fix my settings? Video settings. Video resolution. I wonder if I can do it. Let's try this. Let's see if that'll make it prettier. We were just talking about this. Come on, bud. Keep going. Nope, that's worse. Let's try standard definition. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's the same green color. I don't know why. I don't get it. Anyway, will it change with Semarelin? I don't know. You might have to. You might grow more hair. Any meds you cannot be on? It's a very good question. Alcohol. I wouldn't overdrink for sure. We've had 5 cases of pancreatitis in 5,600 patients, and they were all underreporting their alcohol use. You should never stack GLP-1s. So like the one case where the woman died when she was getting ready for her daughter's wedding, she was taking tirzepatide and semaglutide. So she was taking both. Don't stack them. Don't overdose on them. That might get me flagged on TikTok. Don't take too much. But there's really not much it interacts with, like at all, which is pretty cool. So some things in the very beginning, we were very worried about, like our patients who are on lithium, because the lithium itself has a very narrow therapeutic window. So we made them get tested a lot more, and it didn't change. They did great. So that was good. And that's really their psychiatrist deal, not ours, but we really want to protect our patients. So that's how we do things. So, all right, before we wrap this up, any more questions? Remember, if you want to get on the book launch team to get a free copy of my book, go to shiftbooklaunch.com. If you want to be a patient or get more information, go to AMS lifestylemed.com. All right. Only hard alcohol. There aren't any others. So yeah, there really aren't. Don't stack them together. So don't take like tirzepatide and semaglutide or tirzepatide and liraglutide. You take one. You only take one GLP-1. That's it. So, because we can get them from crazy places. I never recommend that, but that's what we do. No, it's not what we do. But so just don't stack them. Nothing else is off limits. It doesn't interact with anything. So it just changes the way your body works, which is pretty amazing. So, all right. I'm going to end this on Instagram and YouTube. So you guys, I will see you guys later. And then I'm going to go, oh, good. It was perfectly an hour. So if I can get my butt here on time next week, Tuesday. Yep. I'm in town. So, if I can get my butt in here at 2:00, I usually try to stay on for an hour. We will do that. So I will see you guys next week, Tuesday. Yes. Thank you.